All right. You want to record on go?
Yes. Do you hear me fine? Are you good on your
Yes,
end?
I hear you great.
Okay, let me test the audio real quick. I am paranoid that since I'm switching from the mic in Virginia to this mic that it sounds different.
Oh, okay.
Testing, testing. Christine is ugly. I wonder how that sounded.
Really good, I bet.
Crystal clear. Okay.
You're an asshole.
Okay.
Oh, the universe, like the world needs to hear this.
I know it. I know it.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Testing, testing. Christine is ugly. No.
Em just couldn't let that one sit separate from the audio recording.
No, I just had to say something. I like to give you a little jab every now and then.
I have thorough plans to not edit the YouTube video, so it's going to be in there twice.
Perfect.
So that's going to be fun for everyone. It's going to be like a mantra or like a like a Bloody Mary, like say this 3 times.
Yeah, I'll just avoid saying it the third time.
I was gonna say, if you say it the 3rd time by the end of the episode, something
you're gonna morph into like Beetlejuice or something. So
hi
Christine,
it's
I missed
Zeptember.
you so. Oh, it is the month of the Z's, as they say.
Everyone's trying to guide me in how to pronounce it, and I'm like, I mean, I know on like on an intellectual level I understand how to say it. I just
You really should learn, considering like your baby is gonna be born this month. It's pretty likely.
Potentially. I don't know. I mean, that's right on the cusp there. October.
There's a 50-50 chance you're gonna have to say 50-50. September for the rest of your life. So I mean, there already is that, because like it's something you have to say anyway, but there will be a higher importance 50% chance. So
well, it's fitting because we have these creepy Eva picked some creepy stories. I guess a lot of them are, as I demanded, creepy child related or parent related somehow. And as we were getting ready to record, I was telling them Junie is not leaving me alone today. He's being like really clingy. Like they saw it on camera. He was like climbing up my neck, like hanging on me. And he's usually very aloof and doesn't want to be touched.
Aloof.
So I'm like,
your cat is acting very weird,
very
right now.
freaky. I'm glad you saw it, because I was like, I feel like no one believes me, like how weird he is. But he's
I wouldn't have believed you. I would have, because also as someone who doesn't have pets, I sometimes, like when people are talking about their pets' behaviors, I wonder if it's like it's just because you're the parent and you just see them differently. Right. But like for me, I'd be like, your dog is not singing, actually,
yeah.
Yeah. But no, I just watched your cat act very creepy.
Like he's literally like hanging on me with like his claw, like he's
like for dear life.
Yeah,
like for dear life.
And so part of me is like, oh my god, are we gonna do this creepy child episode, and then my child is gonna be like, I'm here. I don't know. I'm slightly convinced.
If I'm right and the baby is born this month, then like this might be your last listeners episode for a while that you're recording.
Oh Lord, good luck everyone. I don't know what's gonna happen next month.
Really good luck to me. I'm gonna have to problem solve real quick. Be on my toes.
Oh man.
Be on my toes.
You can just tell Eva the stories. I like how I'm just like, let's put Eva in charge of one more thing that she doesn't have time for. Let's make Eva the talent now.
We will either force someone else to do it, or I will do all of it, or I will figure something creative out.
Or you can just like take my audio from past. You could just take and then just like put that every couple minutes.
We probably could. Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah. What's that? Who's that?
It's Allison's work iPad.
Uh-oh.
Pause for letting it ring. Will she get it? Who's to say? It's a mystery.
I don't know. I guess now I have to edit this damn YouTube video.
No, it's fine. It's fine. People will just have to be cool with a little ring. No, I was gonna say we really should do like a whole like soundtrack of all of your little voices, like all your little bits, like gasping and stuff, so we can just throw that in. So when I record the listeners episodes, we still got little Christine-isms.
I could probably just take off the rest of my life, right? Like you could just.
I think you could at least cut a big chunk of your career out. Yeah.
You know, the freakiest part is like everybody, you guys didn't know this yet, but that's actually what's happening right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm actually not here. You're hearing my voice. Em has like cut together a bunch of my old clips.
It took a long time because I had to find every single word, and it had to flow, and it was real choppy,
including like going into labor and phrases that like I've never used before. So it's actually kind of crazy how much work I'm put into this.
Look, I'm so glad that my efforts are being recognized. So
yeah, you're editing me, so you're forcing this narrative of My
It's fun
complimenting
because
you.
I'm actually just creating. I'm reading a script right now, and I know what I'm supposed to be saying, and then I go and find words and that you said, and just kind of put together a response.
It's a
So
masterpiece.
see, I did that on purpose. I'm so good at
It's
this
so
job.
meta.
Okay. Anyway,
Read me a tale.
welcome to September, where we read creepy stories.
Yes.
And next time it might be even creepier because you'll hear a baby crying in the background, and it
Lord.
won't be a whale; it'll be a human. So
Oh, I thought you meant a whale, like a crying whale. It'll be a whale, but not the one with fins.
oh yeah, well actually I was thinking like the whale sounds from episode
For the
60.
whale, right? Not the whale.
It will
sounds.
technically still be a whale. Yeah, it'll be baby whales. Okay, so this one is from Crystal. And let's see. The title is Creepy Pregnancy Story for Christine.
Oh, hell yeah. Right on
Well, that's
brand.
exactly what you wanted. All right. Hi, I'm Christine, Eva, Little, and that's why we drink baby. We're gonna have to have just a team milk instead of team milkshake.
Team milk, yeah.
Geo, Junie, Mooney, and Lemon. Listen, I am currently 26 weeks pregnant with my first child. I have been having super weird pregnancy dreams of these shadow monsters stealing my baby.
Oh no. That's
Uh-oh.
frightening.
I chalked it up to weird, extra vivid pregnancy dreams. So I'm already freaked. And fast forward to today, I finally finished my nursery. My dog was scratching at the door for a bit, which I thought was weird. Cue to goose cam. Do you hear a little rolling?
No, should I?
I feel like there's thunder.
Ooh, you're freaking me out.
About 20 to 25 minutes later, I went up to the room. I opened the door to take it all in, maybe nest a little, and the rocker is rocking itself.
No.
I almost peed, which, as you know, while pregnant is hard to control.
No, I would know nothing about that.
So it's true. I'm pretty sure Christine has not admitted it, but peed like 10 times
Actually,
while looking me in the eyes over Zoom during this pregnancy.
No comment.
So pray for me. My child is probably sharing a room with a demon. I know it might be nothing, but now I'm scared to sleep 10 feet away from demon land tonight. My dog won't lie in bed with me, and he's pacing back and forth. Hope this gave you a laugh if you ever read it. Team milkshake cravings every day of my pregnancy. Previously, team tequila. Love.
See, that
from
I get.
Canada. So we got
hello, Canada babies.
A Canadian who loves tequila and can actually control their bladder, despite the pregnancy, which is always fun. So
happy for you.
Thank you, Crystal. Sounds like a lot of things are happening in your life, especially the demon part. So we wish you luck.
I just finished the nursery here, and I really didn't even think about the fact that there's a rocker in there. And it could be moving. It never.
Have you never watched a ghost movie?
Well, it's
Christine?
not one of those scary wooden ones, so it never occurred to me because it's like a armchair. But now I'm like, wait a second, that could rock too. Oh no!
All it just needs to be a chair, and it's just a problem. I get and that's coming from someone who loves to sit all the time.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong.
The second a baby is involved and a chair is next to it, I feel like you're not the only one sitting in it anymore. Yeah, because that it's like the baby is too new to this world that it's still bringing some things in.
That's I think what's the problem.
The other side,
they're still connected. There's some sort of portal still happening there, is what I'm convinced.
And those things that are attached to the baby that are coming down are like, oh look, an open chair. It's 3 a.m. No one's gonna.
I also like to sit. It's like, oh no, everyone. Yeah, so it's a problem.
Oh yeah. Anyway, good luck, Crystal.
Yeah,
and
good luck with that.
I like that your name is Crystal. Hopefully you can do some things with crystals
and
keep anything
Seems
negative
like a nice,
away.
Pure heavenly name. So good luck.
Yeah.
Well, I have an email here. It's called Black Eyed Kids During Lockdown / Curfew. So
during lockdown, oh my God, can you imagine
that?
Black Eyed Kids showing up to your house at a time when you are in quarantine?
When you cannot leave the house? Yeah. No. Where they're like, we know you're home because everyone's home.
I hate it. It's kind of like how during COVID, there was a lot more like roach infestations because everyone was inside and there was more garbage and stuff. And it's almost like, not to call black-eyed children little roaches because I don't want them to come find me. But maybe they were also aware that there were more people around. There's a little more prevalence.
Much more access. It's like the odds are higher that someone will answer the door when you knock.
You get it.
Unfortunately, I do. So this is from Amanda, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you, Amanda. And it says, first of all, hey to everyone in the ATWWD family. I'm currently sitting at my work computer in a completely empty office building looking at the clock. It's 3:33 a.m. I kid you not, and I am the most terrified I think I have ever been in my adult life. So
Jeez. Okay.
this is like happening as we read.
I was gonna say, like, this is like there's a hook to this one. My English
Yeah.
teacher in 7th grade would really be proud of this one. So, ooh,
she's like hooked this already. She's typing this as it's happening, which is
it's a Dear
terrifying.
Diary entry.
Yes. So actually she's at a workplace. So I guess we were already wrong about our being at home. So good job, us.
Hey, there we go. There we
To
go.
set the scene, I live in Melbourne, Australia, and we are currently in a hard lockdown with a curfew that starts at 9 p.m. I'm an essential worker, and in my job, I can drive around in the work car even during curfew hours. I've been working night shift for 9 days straight now, 9 nights straight now. Oh my God. So I might be a little delirious, and it could explain a lot. During these night shifts, the roads have been empty. No one has been walking around. Even the city of Melbourne itself is eerily quiet.
Ugh, I remember that
out
even when
in
I remember
LA.
that even when quarantine first started, and like if you needed to run out and actually go somewhere, you could just like stand in the middle of what was usually a busy intersection,
Like
and you would just
a
hear
freeway
nothing.
in Los Angeles. It was
So
creepy. And like I remember driving on the highway and thinking, oh my God, I could get pulled over for speeding for the first time in my life in Los Angeles. Like that's how few people are out.
Oh my God. Yeah, but also like I didn't see any police around either. It really felt
they
like
were busy, I guess.
apocalyptic is the right word, because I remember walking down, I'm not going to say where I live, but there's a street here that is always busy.
Yeah.
And there was like not even birds around. It was just like the sound of silence. And if you coughed, it echoed. Like it was the creepiest experience. So, okay. I totally am in the right mindset.
We're picturing it. Now, because I've caught up on all your episodes, I was listening to another podcast. I love the caveat of just because I listen to all of them. I was listening to another podcast.
I'm a fan. Don't worry. Yeah, please don't be offended.
Oh, the podcast is 13 Days of Halloween. I have not listened to that, which is super creepy and honestly probably not the best thing to listen to while I drive around by myself at night. There is one episode of this podcast that is about black-eyed kids, and to say that it scared the absolute shit out of me would be an understatement. But as the episode finished and I had goose cam all over, I drove past a kid's playground slowly, by the way, because I was doing the speed limit. It's dark, I'm tired and creeped out already, so it really could have been anything, but I'm 99% sure I saw two children standing in the middle of the playground, just standing there facing the road as I drove past. I literally screamed and sped off straight back to the office. It's lockdown and curfew and almost 3 a.m. No child should be outside at that time. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Like, if anyone's out, it's like the troublesome teenagers, like I don't know,
wreaking havoc.
Yeah, but not children.
Or like the essential workers like you, Amanda.
Right. Yes. Okay. Also, like
not just for troublemakers. Okay. So now that I've run from the car to my desk, I'm sitting here alone, jumping at every noise I hear, wondering if anyone watches the dash cam footage from the work cars, because they will have a good laugh at me screaming and probably think I'm insane. Ooh, you should check the dash cam though and see if like
that's pretty genius.
If you can see the playground, or is it only like inwards?
I don't know.
I would say I wonder if outwards.
I don't know. I would like a follow-up. I feel like since this was written in real time, we never got the scoop.
I'm waiting for her to go.
Might have been on the dash.
Oh, I hear a noise. And then like the email
yeah.
Okay, stupid. I had to share this with you because it's probably nothing, but at the same time I'm freaked out and thought writing it out would calm my nerves. Hopefully that's all there is to the story, and I won't need to update you on anything happening on my drive home or even when I get home. I love listening to you both. You're amazing, and I can only dream of being able to see your live show one day, Amanda.
Us too at this point, homie. Like
us too.
Would love to see my show. I've almost forgotten
plans?
It.
Yeah, we'd love to see our own show. Remember we had big plans to go to Australia someday. Now we can't even go to like Cleveland.
It was literally being like we were discussing like an international tour, and we haven't even finished our second tour.
And we haven't even gone to like fucking
Indiana. Like, we haven't. First of all, we haven't been anywhere in like 2 years at this point. It's mind blowing.
Everyone's like, yeah, us too.
I'm sure you all understand, but it is very frustrating because everyone always says, "Oh, I wish we could see your tour soon." And it's like, I promise we are doing everything we can.
That's all we want. We're gonna make it to Australia someday, I say with such conviction. We'll see.
Yeah, right. Now you'll be in tow with a little, extra uh black-eyed kid.
Groupie?
Oh, if
Oh.
if your child is born with black eyes, I'm out of here. I'm
Okay,
like,
so
it's
the problem is you're creating a lot of caveats here, like teeth, black eyes. Like is there
if you're
anything you'll
Christine
accept?
Schieffer, if
What?
your baby is born with teeth and black eyes, I'm allowed.
Ow.
I think I've
Ow.
earned. I'm pretty sure I'm owed not being judged for not wanting to be around your baby.
Okay, fine. Fine.
It would freak me out a little too much, unless this was like a thing where like I'm becoming friends with them early, so one day they'll protect me when like other supernatural forces come at us. Like otherwise, I can't think of a reason. Like
Oh
Timon
my
and Pumbaa,
God.
how they became friends with Simba, so when he grew up to be a big lion, he could protect them.
Yeah, same difference. Same thing.
If your baby has jet black eyes and teeth and is like asking for like ketchup on their apple, I'm only doing the Timon and Pumbaa thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you were born to fill that role, so to be
Good
fair.
to know. I was destined for only one very niche thing, and it just might come true.
You're welcome, by the way.
All right, number 3 here. Also, something really is going on. I know you can't hear it, but it's my fucking neighbors upstairs, I think. They're doing something. It sounds like a thunderstorm, but like the thunder has not stopped since you began that first story. Like
Oh.
so I'm thinking they're like rolling a chair back and forth over me.
Oh, like an office chair type thing.
I kind of want to throw something at the ceiling and tell them to shut up. It's like really, I can't not. It's freaking me out.
Kind
You
of wish I
can't hear
could
it though,
hear it
right?
so I could. No, I kind of wish I
Okay.
could so I could like
It would drive you
commiserate.
fucking bananas.
Oh, good. Then never mind.
I wish I had like a broom and I could like Mr. Heckles it. So, I'm so angry. It's like, oh, I hate them. I forgot. I've been gone for 3 weeks, everyone, and
Right,
I
you've gotten
forgot
a break.
how unfortunate living here is, and at least in terms of trying to record and have all my focus on Christine's voice when they're
Oh,
as loud as can be.
it's really sad for me. I don't get all the attention.
Also, one fun thing about coming back after 3 weeks is I forgot that I ordered myself a bunch of these.
Skittles. Oh, the lime Skittles.
The all lime ones that I told you about before
Oh,
I
hell
left.
yeah.
I was like, they're coming back. It's a limited edition. I got myself like a 12 pack. I'm already
Holy shit.
Look, they said limited edition. That always gets me. If something
It's
is like
smart.
never going to happen again, I'm like, I don't want to find out the hard way that you were
Regret is a
joking.
hard thing to live with,
You
especially
get
when it
it.
comes to candy. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so this third story is from Hannah, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns, Hannah. And the title of the email is Ghost Dogs and Ghost Babies.
Okay. Very sweet. Ghost dogs.
Very
Love
sweet
it.
so far. Hello, Eva, M, Christine, all the fur babies, and future human baby. Oh, little flesh baby.
Ew.
Do you hate this? Do you hate being called a little flesh baby?
No, you've said way worse things already about my
Exactly.
pregnancy.
So
So
this
like,
ew can be saved for something
ew.
else.
I feel like I just
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
say it as part of like the script,
Yeah,
Ew.
yeah. My name is Hannah, and since Christine will be welcoming a little one soon, I thought you might want to hear a story about some crazy things my kiddo has done.
Yes.
Great. So this is like a preparation, like a 101 guide.
I love it.
So this started on Halloween 2018. For some backstory, my best friend has a dog that is over 10 years ago passed away.
Oh.
But her and her whole family always makes comments about how she can still feel and hear the dog named Comet around the house.
Oh,
Comet is such a cute name for a dog.
it is.
They have not had another dog since, nor will they have any dog things in their house. We went to her neighborhood to go trick-or-treating for Halloween, and we stopped in her house for pizza. My 2-year-old casually walked over to the corner of the kitchen, pointed, and said, "Doggy, woof woof."
Oh God. Ooh.
My best friend just stared at me and said that was Comet's favorite spot. Oh,
Honey.
he kept going over to that corner all night, and he would sit over there and just say "doggy" over and over.
Okay, that's pretty freaky.
So my kid was definitely hanging out with a ghost dog all night. Oh, I have goose cam.
Me
I don't know
too.
if
How
you can
old was
see
the
it.
kid? 2?
I think it was 2. Yep, 2-year-old.
Yeah, so they're not old enough to be making up like fake story. Like they're just saying what they see.
Look, that one is a situation where I 100% believe that the child was hanging out with a ghost. And if anything, I'm just jealous that I couldn't
Yeah.
see the dog,
You'd be like, where? Yeah.
I'm like kind of rude that the dog doesn't want to see me when I'm the one that knows what the treats are.
The dog's probably like, God damn it. I thought I was like in a good place, invisible in my corner. Now this baby can see me.
This little cretin is infiltrating my space.
And also like giving away my hiding spot, like pointing to all the grown-ups where I am.
Really exposing you, The second time my son saw a ghost was maybe a month or so later. He was big month for this kid.
Big October for a big Halloween month for this baby.
It was Halloween. That makes so much sense that all the spirits would kind of be around.
Yeah.
He was having trouble sleeping and his dad was at work late. So I let him come snuggle in my bed. He had been doing this thing lately where he says, "Am I a baby? No, I'm a big boy." So
Em does that all the time. It's so annoying.
I do. One day you will just let me have it and you'll just say, you know what, that's true. You
might.
Not a little baby anymore.
Jury's out. Well, it hasn't gotten there yet, obviously, but someday maybe.
Maybe when there's an actual baby nearby, we can outgrow that conversation.
Like, okay, you're no longer the baby. Please stop FaceTiming me while you're peeing.
That is not going to change.
That's never going to stop.
So I'm laying there half asleep and he starts nudging me and goes, "Mommy, mommy, baby." And I said, "No, you're a big kid, still half asleep." And then he nudged me again and said, "No, mommy, look, baby girl," and pointed to the wall. I hopped out of bed so fast, turned on the lights and showed him that there was nothing there, but he just kept pointing to the blank wall and said, "Mommy, baby girl." That was in 2018. And now in 2021, I have given birth to a baby girl. And I'm wondering if he had some sort of premonition of his baby sister, or maybe I was just another baby ghost in my house. Thanks for keeping the podcast alive and giving me something great to listen to while I am up at night with the newborn.
Aww.
Hannah.
Well, here's the question. Do you keep the baby like in the wall? Because it seems like
that
your first child saw the baby inside the wall.
Your kid only seeing the baby at the wall is a very odd thing. It's like, was that the baby's favorite spot?
Does the bassinet go in there? I don't know. I mean,
that's a really good point. Like, was the baby floating on the wall or was it hanging out by like the trim,
Right.
Or so like in the corner floating
trim
over the ceiling? Like,
great question.
The baby could have been in a lot of places that could have made that story much creepier.
Because he saw the dog in its corner. So he's like, I know where the dog goes. I know where the baby goes.
Based on that story of the dog, your son knows where everyone's favorite places are. So maybe
if your daughter ever ends up climbing up walls or something, like you probably have
maybe put a ladder there, So
maybe don't.
Well, also maybe like a pillow or something on the bottom. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe there. Sounds like it's going to be your baby's favorite spot. So just be ready for that.
Okay, let's see. I have one called The Man in My Mirror. Yikes.
Ooh, The Man in the Mirror.
I know. I love that song so much. This is from Elena.
Well, Elena and Michael Jackson co-wrote that song apparently together. So
Man in the Mirror. Okay, it says, "Hello, my spooky friends and Gemini allies. I am dyslexic, so this may be a whirlwind to read, but I have a scary mirror story for you. I am a new listener, and Christine requested mirror story. My other favorite topic. Oh my God. Cowboys, mirrors, creepy babies. It's my favorite. It's my jam. I'm all about it.
Love it.
And although it was a while back, I've always wanted to share this story with you. So let's begin. This mirror wasn't ancient or handed down generationally. My mom bought it at Marshall's for my new room in our brand new house. Well, that's not comforting. That brand new mirrors can also be fucking portals to hell or whatever.
Yeah. Again, IKEA is like, I always think it's my friend, but they've always got something up their sleeve. And, maybe it's a demon in the mirror.
Maybe it's a meatball. Who knows? But
maybe it's a meatball. Honestly, if they have a mirror that's a portal and the demon just hands me a bowl of their meatballs, I'd be like, hey, you can stick around.
You know how to win me over, demon.
Yep.
Okay, bought it at Marshall's for my new room in our brand new house. It has a matte black swirly square rim. At the time, I was 8 years old and was always in touch with spirits due to my Native American heritage on my mom's side and my dad's supernatural prone family. I told my mom right off the bat that the mirror made me uncomfortable and she told me to suck it up. Oh yeah, Renata, is that you? Okay. That night, I woke up at 3 a.m., of course, and felt like someone was staring at me. I slowly turned my head to the mirror to find a middle-aged man staring at me.
Goodbye.
Night. He had brown buzzed hair, a clean shaved beard, slender face, and dark soulless eyes. Once he noticed I could see him, he grinned a crooked smile and motioned his finger to come closer. I quickly turned away.
What? He's doing the like, come here.
Come hither.
Ugh.
Yucko. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Blaze just picked you up from daycare and he just burst into the room.
Oh my God.
He hasn't been home all day. Gio, no, that's my muffin. Stop it.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry. He's trying
Gio, get the fuck away from the muffin.
try
That's
to eat
rule
my
number
lemon
one.
poppy seed muffin. Okay. He's going to make some noises as he rubs his face into the carpet. I apologize. Okay. Yikes. So he did the come closer with his finger.
Oh, who could forget?
Who could forget? I quickly turned away from him and grabbed my dog for support and waited an hour before the man finally left my mirror. Okay.
Oh,
terrible.
Also proud of you for being able to check the clock.
Like, to like monitor the time. Yeah. Cause I feel like
I would be panic stricken. I would not know what time it is.
No. I'd be like, he was there for 16 hours. And I would have been like, that's not possible.
Realistically, if I did check the clock, I would have been like, okay, what is my time of death? Because I'm about to go. Like, I just want to see.
Oh my God. Okay. I told my parents about the encounter in the morning, but they disregarded my fear, telling me it was just a bad dream. The man continued to come to my mirror every night and he would slowly become more and more creepy. For example, he would
I'm sorry, day one started with this. Are you kidding? Like what?
He set the bar so high already for himself. How much higher could it get?
I'm sorry. He has like a very specific standard for himself. Like what does day 2 look like? What does day 10 look like?
Let me tell you. For example, he would write down my biggest secrets and fear in blood.
Holy shit. Okay.
Sorry,
wow.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing out of awkwardness.
What in the Alfred Hitchcock? Like that is some fucking crazy shit.
I'm like gonna cry. This is like some red rum.
This is just a night terror. This can't be real.
This is horrible. Okay.
That can't be real.
He would write down my biggest secrets and fear in blood next to him and tap on the glass, screaming inaudible screams. Sorry. It got to the point where I refused to sleep in my room unless the mirror was covered. My mom didn't agree to the mirror being covered until a medium told us a man watches over her daughter in her sleep because he is waiting to take over her due to her high sensitivity.
Christine Schieffer, are you kidding me?
I don't like this anymore.
Wait a minute. So hang on. So homeboy is writing her biggest fears, which mine would be like fish. Like it was just writing that in blood. And then going,
and then inaudible screaming. So like his mouth is just open.
Doing this just while killing time until he takes over this sensitive.
Just, I guess, taking over her body. Yeah.
Like that's your way in though? Like, is that what this is? Like, I feel like is he doing this until he breaks her? Like,
yeah, like
I feel
and
maybe. And on that day, on that day was it like it still didn't work. And so like what happened the next day for him to try to like freak her out even more?
So I wonder if it's one of those things where they say spirits or, bad spirits can feed off fear. Like maybe he's just trying to build her fear to the point that like he can get the energy from it. I don't know.
Like a really horrid version of Monsters, Inc.,
Yeah, it's actually really scary how often we reference Monsters, Inc. on the show, but yes, exactly like that. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's something to be said for like these things are just trying to scare you. Also, I feel like I've been hearing more about Monsters, Inc. lately. I think they resurfaced in the QAnon world, and I've been keeping up.
Oh, you know what? It did. You told me about that. Fuck.
So anyway, that's maybe why it's on the brain. But anyway, this guy's creepy as shit. So let's move on. So what's next?
Okay. Let's see. So the medium is like, oh, there's a man watching you sleep because he's trying to take you over due to your high sensitivity. Even while it was covered, I still knew he was there watching. The mirror stayed covered for the next 9 years. Blech.
Good.
Okay. Now there's like an enter and it says my sister's baby shower. So I don't know if this is the same story. Are we going to get a chapter 2 or if it's a new story? I don't know.
I like how it could have potentially just ended with like, and that mirror stayed covered for the rest of time. And it's
and it's in 9 years. So now I'm like, is this
the 10th year? Like what is about to happen?
What year is it? Oh my God. Okay. In September of 2019, all of my dad's sisters came down for my sister's baby shower. As we were exchanging ghost stories, I told my aunt Renee about my mirror. Okay, the mirror's back. She immediately believed me, finally, and forced my dad to help us cleanse the mirror. As we headed upstairs with sage in hand, we finally uncovered the mirror after a long 9 years, and a chill instantly entered the room.
It's also on my arms right now.
I'm scared. It entered my room too.
I think it entered 100 people's rooms in this moment.
They began to pray and sage the mirror, asking the spirit to leave. After they finished, I instantly felt sick and knew there was something wrong. The spirit had not left the mirror.
Can you
My
imagine just like that's still your like childhood room or whatever for 9 years and it apparently never left. It was
It
just like
never left.
under a sheet this whole
Just
time.
waiting.
I guess when like if you're on another plane, like 9 years realistically, like
Does
that's
time
means
mean
nothing.
anything? Right.
Like 9 years is like 9 seconds for that guy.
Well, I don't
and
know. He seemed
he's
to be in a
like,
pretty goddamn hurry earlier when he was writing blood all over
okay.
the place. Like he was
Yeah,
in a
he's
rush,
like
right?
very frantic with the tapping. Yeah. Okay.
Screaming. I mean, damn. So he had a 9-year break, I guess. My aunt and father could tell I was sick and decided to move the mirror to the basement and continue the cleansing. Important. We held the sage under an open flame for 5 minutes to ensure that it would stay lit during the cleansing. Open flame. As we walked down the stairs, my dad holding the mirror and my aunt the sage went out as if someone placed their hand over it. We played this game of chicken for 20 minutes as my aunt cussed out the demon. After the sage relit successfully, we placed the mirror in the basement. I stood far away from it and watched anxiously, pulsing my hands. After I realized the man had no control over me, I stopped. Gio, shut up. I stopped pulsing my hand, and instantly the lights in the basement started flickering at the same rate my hand was pulsing. I looked over to the mirror and could see a small glimpse of the man darting back and forth. I instructed my aunt where to sage, and we knew we had finished once the lights stopped flickering. He was trying to hide.
Oh God, he should have tried that sheet that he hid under for 9 years. He should
He's put it back.
Yeah. It was like he could. I feel like if the first time you ever saw this thing, he was already doing like this kind of movement, and then it's like doing this, and it's super frantic. It's proven that it can move pretty quick. So when I hear it's darting, like it's like I think it's like abnormally, inhumanly
super
fast.
speed. And also, he's had 9 years to practice his sprints.
Not really. He was standing there in a weight the whole time. I don't know if he
okay, that's true. He didn't know where he couldn't go anywhere.
He needed to stretch, you know. Oh,
yeah, that's true. No, you're totally right. He's probably cramped. Okay, so let's see. He was darting back and forth. The lights stopped flickering. We covered the mirror and headed back upstairs to my aunt Colette ushering us outside because, excuse me.
I don't want to know. Actually, can you just stop? Eva, we're done. We don't want to record this episode anymore.
End, quit, pause. How do I make it stop? Because they ushered them outside because my aunt Colette had seen a man rocking in one of the patio chairs outside.
No. Mm-mm.
After I stood outside, I felt a hand on my neck and instantly felt sick again. We contacted my aunt's medium and she said we improperly cleansed the mirror, which allowed the spirit to be free. So now the demon that was stuck in a mirror can now follow me wherever I go.
Well, if that isn't some Jumanji sequel bullshit,
100%,
just the monsters are
it's like with
out on the town.
Oops, I just muted myself. It's like when the movie ends and then like in the corner you see a glimpse of it of the enemy and you're like, oh my God, he's not really gone. There's gonna be a part 2.
That's awful. That's awful. That's awful.
I'm sorry the story was so long and had no happy ending, but that's why I drink milkshakes. Of course, I'm underage. Thanks for listening. P.S. I may have to write in again to tell you about my guardian angel. Well, thank God you have one of those.
Holy shit. I hope you have a whole troop of those.
You need an army. My guardian angel, my ghost friend as a child, or my dreams that might just be me astral projecting into different realities. And that's from Elena. Elena.
Elena, girl,
why did you do this? I'm scared.
Are you okay? Are you good? Like,
I'm scared.
Just to say like, oh, like also I'm a minor. It's like you have so much life left to live in this kind of fear. And also like, oh, there's no happy ending. And also can follow me wherever it wants. That feels like the end of like a Final Destination movie where it's like, oh, we survived death this long. And then like all of a sudden, like you're in a new trap and it's like,
not anymore. Right.
Not to completely terrify you, Elena, but like it freaks me out that like it was only in one space. And now like, I personally would be freaked out like, oh, now I'm going to like go to college and it's in my room and a mirror there. Or like, it's
and the mirrors you can't cover up because they're attached to the wall.
Luckily, we're like, I feel like as like spiritual, I don't know what the right word is, but like, there's like the community is getting bigger and bigger for people to be able to help you. Like, hopefully like this can just get nipped in the bud eventually.
Like you're allowed to talk about it a little more now. Yeah.
hopefully it like you become roommates with a witch one day or something, and they're able to just go mwah, goodbye, and it just never. That's how witches do things, by the way.
That's how M does it.
I like to think that's like it's like it can only be that easy.
Kiss it
But
on the cheek.
just one last time.
Okay, but here's the thing. If the medium knows that you did this wrong, can't the medium do it right? He'd be like, you help me.
I wonder, because usually I know there are mediums out there who can only see things but don't actually know the skill set, versus like
sorry.
Just like how there's a lot of not just witches, but I'm using that as like a blanket statement, but there's people out there who practice but they can't actually see anything. They just kind of, like, I would imagine, like kind of like how you are, also you're like your crystals and manifesting, but you don't get to actually see anything, you know?
Yeah, right. I totally get what you're saying.
You really need to find like I don't know.
Well, this
Zach
medium
Bagans?
has a lot of you need to find Zach Bagans and then let us know where he is.
He's in Las Vegas, but like you should go there.
Oh my God. I don't know. I just don't give up. Like, I feel like don't give up on like, well, now he can follow me everywhere at the end. I feel like someone will be able to help you.
Yeah, no, things are gonna get better at some point. I just
You're too young to live the rest of your life this way.
I do think that it's kind of rude of Zach Bagans that, like, for all of the services he offers people in terms of like his museum, his TV show, he's got like 10 TV shows. He's like he's clearly making himself like there's not even competition for what he's capable of doing in the spirit world. How come he has yet to provide us a business opportunity or a business idea where he helps people who are like haunted or followed by this thing?
Is he like this medium where he's like, oh, you're doing it all wrong and also it's super haunted, but I can't do anything about it. Bye. Like
I guess he's technically doing it with Ghost Adventures by going into place, because that's why he likes to get angry. That's his whole reason. He's like, I get angry with the ghosts that are bothering people. But then it's like, okay, but you also piss them off and walk away, and now the family has to deal with an angrier version of this thing. Like, where's your Ghostbuster canister that's gonna like catch everything, you know? Like, that's what Zach Bagans needs to figure out next. Zach, are you listening?
Yeah, because I feel like the good news is he could take it home and then
put it in his museum and then make more money off of it. Look, this is only a cash cow for you, Zach. You just gotta take their ghosts and pay us 10%
for this idea.
Mm-hmm. I'll take 5. You know?
Oh, I'll take 10.
Okay. Well, I just think this would, like, if that existed, if that service existed, our friend here would be like, oh, I'm first in line.
Honestly, I would send them right over there. We'd be the biggest referral program.
Look, I mean, we would definitely be
is there like an affiliate fee? Like, do we get an affiliate, like a finder's fee?
I think we would at least give like a discount code.
Why do I want so much money from Zach Bagans all of a sudden?
Like, I think because I don't know why, but like, I'm not against it. I'm still trying to help that happen for us. Okay, so this next email is called, it should be called childhood trauma, but what it is titled is my dad convinced me I murdered the tooth fairy.
What?
And this is from
childhood trauma, indeed.
That would be the first thing I talked to my therapist about when I got older.
Shit.
So this is from Sophia, and Sophia says, hello to all born and unborn members of And That's Why We Drink Incorporated.
Very kind.
Really appreciate the gamut you're offering. I do there.
You never know.
You never know. My name is Sophia, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns, Sophia. And I'm a huge fan of your podcast. When M did their story this month about the tooth fairy and what other cultures' myths are, I knew I had to share my story, so here it goes. When my sister and I were kids, the debate over which magical being took my sister's teeth in the night was always cause for confusion. And here's why. My dad is from Mexico City, where, as you know, kids are told that there's a little mouse or rat named El Raton Perez.
I was hoping this fellow would show up.
You know, I always hope this fellow shows up. Maybe not in my room, but in my stories, definitely.
Your vents or your room, right?
Not in my mouth or wherever he lives. And he trades your teeth for pesos and leaves it under your pillow. My mom, however, who was born and raised in the US, told us the tooth fairy was the one who took our teeth, and left money under the pillow in exchange. By the time my sister and I were starting to lose our teeth, we were very confused. Was it the tooth fairy or the tooth rat who came to visit us? One day during lunch at school, I bit into a cracker and I could feel one of my molars coming loose. And I knew instantly it was time for my sister and I to get to the bottom of the great mouse fairy debate. I'm sorry.
Genius.
Sophia, I think it's time you write a children's book because this is
what I was gonna say,
hysterical.
this is definitely a book in the making.
I just think of like a fairy and a rat like duking it out.
Oh,
As soon as we got home, my sister and I presented our arguments to each other over who we thought it was. So they're literally placing bets. My sister argued that it was the Tooth Fairy because we were born and currently live in the US and this country was her territory.
it's a future diplomat right there.
And a fair argument, too. Plus, it wouldn't make sense for the mouse to come all the way to California just to leave us pesos that aren't even valid in the country.
Okay, listen, she's got a head on her shoulders.
She's like, the currency rate, the exchange, it doesn't make sense. I argued that it was the mouse because we have citizenship in Mexico and go to visit the family every Christmas. So the mouse must know who we are.
Precious.
This really is so cute. This is like, I wish
like the ultimate siblings argument.
I wish I could have watched two little children. Like I could have been the teacher that overheard this at a cafeteria table, you know? Oh, so sweet.
So cute.
So we're also both fluent Spanish speakers. So our teeth had come into contact with Spanish just as much as English.
Okay, that's also genius.
That's so fucking smart. Like nothing either of you have said is something I would dismiss. I'd be like, those are both really valid arguments.
Like you win debate. Both of you win the debate. I don't know.
If I were the parents and I did overhear that conversation though, I'd be like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, do we dress
what
up
are we
as
gonna do?
A rat with wings and a wand at this point and just like make it a combo deal? When it came to other holidays like Christmas, we usually got presents from Santa and the Three Kings, which is Latin America's version of Santa Claus, as in the three kings that came to visit Jesus after he was born. So we believed there was a possibility that both the mouse and the Tooth Fairy would come. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. We came up with a plan to leave a sticky note on my nightstand that simply said, "Hi, please check the box below whether you are a fairy or a mouse."
That is so precious.
And we also wrote the Spanish translation because we weren't sure if the mouse was bilingual or not.
Oh my God.
This is the cutest story that's ever been sent in.
Child.
Sophia, this is such a cute story.
You're an angel.
And I honestly, I have no idea where this is going either. And it's finally for once not spooky.
I'm just loving it.
Okay. When my dad got home from work, we told him about our debate and asked him which one he thought would come. He said he wasn't sure and that we just have to wait and find out in the morning. AKA that is a parent being like, I have to really problem solve creatively now. Like
I will find out in the morning.
It's like, you'll find out in the morning because I'll figure it out tonight when I'm frantically troubleshooting this crisis. Fuck. He said he wasn't sure we'd find out in the morning. My tooth eventually came out later that night, so I put it under the pillow and went to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I was shocked to find pesos and a $5 bill under my pillow.
Hell yeah. $5 bill, damn.
Ew, well, what was the average? It was $3 to $5.
Oh, it was like higher than I thought.
Something like that. I immediately checked my bedside table and found that neither of the boxes had been checked. Oh, my stomach I would have been crushed.
Oh, piss.
I turned the note over and found something written by the mouse that said, "Sophia, I just wanted to thank you for the very good dinner last night. The glitter was a taste. No, the glitter was a tasty seasoning. I had a nice full belly on my way back to Mexico."
Holy shit. Dad, what have you done?
That's the most dad way to fucking fix a problem is like, we'll just kill one of them.
Also ruin your life. Dad, what have you done?
Imagine being like 6 years old and that's the note you get of Sophia. I just wanted to thank you. Or maybe I should say in like an evil rat voice. I just wanted to thank you for the very good dinner last night. The glitter was a tasty seasoning. I had a nice full belly on my way back to Mexico. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like how good your rat voice is.
I wanted it to sound like a little evil, but also that means so of the two tooth fairy / two tooth rats, one is dead and one is evil. Like now you just never want to lose any of your fucking teeth.
It's a lose. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the only one alive now is a murderer. Like, hang on a second.
Who you invited into your bedroom.
It's all bad. I was confused at first, but quickly realized what the note had implied. El Raton Perez had eaten the tooth fairy and it was my fault. And in my 8-year-old mind, I had managed to ruin it for every single kid in America.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh no.
I had managed to ruin it for every single kid in America. I mean, truly, like now nobody gets the tooth fairy. It's like killing Santa
Yeah.
Claus. Like now
Yes.
what?
Oh, poor baby.
In hindsight, I should have known that note was written by my dad because of the obvious dad joke. Even worse, my dad tells bilingual dad jokes, which, by the way, I would like a list of. Thank you, Sophia.
So does mine, by the way. It's not
So
great.
when he says them in public, no one gets them unless you speak Spanish and English. Oh
Yeah.
God. Regardless, I was convinced that if I hadn't questioned who was bringing me money, the tooth fairy would still be alive. My Hispanic upbringing told me
Oh.
that I should have just shut up and been grateful to have gotten any money at all.
Oh.
My dad thought the whole thing was hilarious. My sister ran in the room and was furious that I had let this happen, even though we came up with the plan together. It was somehow 100% my fault. Well, yeah, like it's like your sister just killed the tooth fairy, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
For the rest of the teeth losing part of my life, I received American money instead of pesos. Interesting, since it would have been only pesos then, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would have noticed a problem from there on out.
I don't think I would have. I would have been like, cool, $3.
Yeah.
Just not paid attention.
When I asked my dad why this was, he told me that the mouse had probably gone to the same currency exchange booth that we had always gone to in the airport.
Sorry, that's great.
As for why other
He
kids
flies in.
he just flies on in. As for why other kids are still receiving money for the tooth fairy from the tooth fairy, my dad promptly explained that the tooth fairy was continuing her duties as a ghost.
So he
Oh.
literally is sticking to this fucking story after he realized he made you cry about
He
killing the
realized,
tooth fairy.
and also like you're calling him out on all the plot holes, and he is like, I have to make this work. So he's
now I
just
have
like,
to make it even more convincing that the tooth fairy is dead.
it's reaching. Now that I think about it, I think that may have been what sparked my interest in ghosts and the paranormal. Thanks
Aw.
again for everything that you do, and I hope you enjoyed my story. From Sophia. P.S. Christine, please don't feel the need to apologize for reading horrible true crime stories. We live for that shit. And if anyone should be sorry, it's the perpetrators of those crimes, and maybe Kremet. I don't know why, but I feel they have something to do with it. Also, let's tack on El Raton Perez. So
Wait, did you say that or did she say that?
I said that part,
Oh,
but
okay,
like
good.
it sounds like he is definitely a perpetrator.
I'm
after
also
this
going to
story,
blame
so.
Sophia's dad. I feel like Sophia's dad has created a lot of problems here.
Sophia's dad sounds like he's a loose cannon, and I think I'm okay with it, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I
because
respect it from afar, but I'm scared of what he could do. Like,
yeah,
I'm a
I
little
don't know
bit
if I would
scared.
leave my child with him at such a vulnerable
Right.
stage of life, but
Oh
you
my
know,
God, it's genius. Ugh,
anyway, thank you, Sophia.
what a great story. I hope you guys talk about that every Thanksgiving.
I like how it's Thanksgiving that like the tooth fairy would get mentioned.
I don't know. I feel like it's such a like blame your family members for your trauma holiday, you know? Thanksgiving.
No, it's definitely a time when everyone's gathering to give thanks, and really we should be
That's
like
exactly right.
giving insults, like of like,
Yeah.
hey dad, fuck you,
The
because
wine
like
is flowing, you know.
the
it's-
therapy is strong, that my bills are high, you owe me, and I'm not going to pay it through the tooth fairy money. So
Yeah, I only got 5 pesos. It's not going to help me with my therapy bill. Okay. Let's see. I think this is our last story. This is from oopsies. Let's see. I see bagel bites in the subject.
Oh my God.
This says Bagel Bite's mom tried to set him up with my boss.
Shut the fuck up.
Excusez-moi.
Pardonnez-moi.
This is from Jordan. She, her. Thank you, Jordan. It says, let's crack into it. Okay.
Yeah, we better.
I work at a Nothing Bundt Cakes franchise.
Okay. You mean where
Sorry.
Christine got her wedding cake?
Hold on. This is a great start. And
I love
also
it.
the fact that Zach is not dating your boss who works, I presume, at the Nothing Bundt Cakes. He made a big mistake.
I mean, think of the cake ghost crossovers.
Think of the access. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The crossovers. I work at a Nothing Bundt Cakes franchise owned by a wonderful woman named Holly. Madison? Wait, hang on.
Shut up.
I don't know.
He did. Oh, wait a minute.
But can't be the same Holly, right?
Let's assume no,
Okay,
but I
okay.
am interested in where this is going to go.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Owned by a wonderful woman named Holly. A few weeks ago, all of the NBC franchise owners and managers had a conference in Vegas, and Holly's sister tagged along. They tried to go to the Zach Bagans Museum when they had a free day, but all the tours were full. Holly had promised to get one of our friends and fan of the pod, Hey Audra,
Hey girl.
a t-shirt from the museum. So she asked to just go to the gift shop, and they let them in. Of course, Zach was like, yeah, you can buy shit from them.
Yeah.
Because it was between tour groups, she and her sister were the only ones in the shop other than one older woman and the employees. Holly and her
Hmm.
sister were messing around looking at shirts, having a good time. The older woman and Holly started talking and were vibing pretty well. Then she asked Holly if she was single because she was so pretty and funny, and she was sure her son would love her. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Oh, Holly is happily married, so she politely declined, and the older woman seemed disappointed. Holly and her sister bought the shirt and left. While they were in the parking lot, Zach Bagans himself walks out of the museum with a group. He then turns and hugs someone and says, "Bye, mom, love you," loud enough for Holly and her sister to hear. They
Oh my
obviously
God.
are spying on the exchange and they realize that Zach was hugging the woman from the gift shop. Oh my God. Holly turned down a blind date with Zach Bagans. As I said, she's happily married and has a kid, so no regrets. Well, a little regrets.
I would have at least one big
A
regret.
little regret
Yeah.
from me. I'm saying that, not Holly. Holly turned down a blind date, blah, blah, blah. She has a kid, so no regrets, but you bet your asses she told the story of how she was hit on by Zach Bagan's mom to everyone in the bakery at least twice. Love
Oh
the
my
pod.
God, yeah.
Love y'all, Jordan. That is a story to talk, scratch the Thanksgiving blame game. This is the new Thanksgiving story.
That's the story where you, again, you don't really give thanks. You're just like, you give, like, it's just like a wondering of what ifs, you know?
What if?
So wait, Jordan, how spectacular must your like first impression be for someone to be like, you must date my son, you know?
Great question.
Like, I need that X factor. What was the charm,
I wonder if it was like
pizzazz you brought?
Zach and Holly, number one, had just broken up, maybe, and he was like brokenhearted, and his mom was like on the lookout, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, apparently you are like smoking hot. I mean, I feel like I don't personally know Zach Bagans, obviously, but I can kind of guess what
His type.
is,
Yeah.
and for his mom to be
Sort of
like,
like
oh,
me a
you
little
are
bit.
okay.
Right? I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, married and
Oh.
pregnant and like, yeah, you know,
Hey, Holly was that
big
too.
old
Okay.
head, sweaty as hell. You know,
Listen, nobody said anything about Holly's sweat glands. I'm
that's
just
true.
saying we don't know that about her.
You're right. You and Christine and Holly Madison are all the same bombshell level of like just smoking hot. But
Wow.
like I
Good for
wonder
me.
I wonder like his mom knows his type. Like I know it's kind of weird to say, but like your mom kind of like if you guys are close,
Yeah.
she looked at you and went, "Wow, you like are similar to a
Like he would
Playboy
like
model.
you.
Congratulations."
Yeah. Well, Holly.
Congratulations. Well, Holly, yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
Jordan,
sorry.
you too are probably also a Playboy model.
Jordan, I'm sorry that Holly was getting picked and not you though.
Jordan wasn't there. Jordan works at the bakery.
I know, but can you imagine if you got to like, I don't know.
Em's lost the plot. Okay.
I've lost the plot because I got overwhelmed.
Holly and her sister were there, and then Holly came back to the bakery and told the story a million times.
I'm there.
Yeah.
If what would your first, I'm talking to you, Christine. What would
okay.
your first I don't know, if Zach Bagan's mom was going to notice something about you that was like, you must meet my son, what quality of yours do you think would be the one that really suckered her in?
Great question. Probably my
I totally put you on the spot there.
my beautiful figure and my perfect sense of humor, and also my gorgeous hair, and also how well I do my makeup, and also like how smart I am. Is that good enough? I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you were joking or not, but I appreciated you giving yourself a daily affirmation in the
I'm trying to think of the most obnoxious thing to say about oneself.
I feel like honestly, I think it would be your style. I think it would be your clothes.
My style.
Yeah. Like
I wear this XXL Fall Out Boy t-shirt.
Well, no, I'm thinking of like you on like your best day with like your vegan pink Doc Martens and your ripped black jeans and your band shirts. I feel like that's a very Zach Bagans thing.
Okay.
Like,
I like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, if you said you like ghosts, like that's kind of a perfect fit too. Also, you've got the witty banter. But like,
my God, you're so much nicer to me than I am to myself. That's so kind.
Well, because I was thinking like first, like my first thought was like if the mom was gonna see someone and be like, you remind me of my son, it must have been because the girl was saying like, hello, my name is like my first thought was like it has to be something that obvious.
Did Holly rip her shirt off and yell like at the wall? I don't know.
Do you like my tattoos? Anyway, what a story. I still I still wish I found out whatever happened on Tea Time Tuesday. Someone told me that they knew someone who gave Zach Bagans a blowjob one time.
I don't want to know. It's like ruining my perfect.
It's like it's a
image.
morbid curiosity, I just want the full
like
details.
TMI. I mean, you tell M. It's ruining my like whole crush thing. I don't want to know about that.
If you're listening, please write back into Tea Time Tuesday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Eva's probably just deleted that email. They probably have, and Eva's probably deleted the email over and over.
Eva was like, "You don't need to know this
for
it's
my
okay.
sake."
Well, thank you for everyone who wrote in stories. That really was quite a mixed bag this week or this
I love
month,
it,
but I'm kind of into it, and I feel like Halloween is going to be since October is coming up for the next one. I feel like we're going to get some real creepy stuff. So, I was pretty stoked about this. Sometimes I like when we do themes, but I also like when we don't do themes because then I really have no idea what's going to happen.
It is fun. I like a mixed bag too. So thanks for the mirror story and a ZB story. All good stuff.
Oh, good. Well, if you have a story about Zach Bagans, please write it in. Just because I can't control myself in the curiosity department.
Okay, you're right. Next month is Halloween month, so like send in your creepiest shit, I guess.
Creepy. Yeah. I'm sure that's like a given, and people always want to send in their creepy stuff.
I don't know. You're asking Halloween. For ZB shit. I'm asking for some ghosts and murder here.
I'll take anything. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just here for the ride. If you haven't yet, please, if you are a fan of lime, go get your limited edition Skittles bags.
If you're a fan of lemon, then I appreciate you as always.
You're a fan of lemon, write into Skittles and then ask if they can do an all lemons bag. And that's it. I don't know this for as far as we know, this might be the last listener stories we do where you don't have a little baby. I don't know.
We should probably record. So
let's take this moment
soon, just in case.
We'll probably do it just in case. But this is the last one where people will be listening, and maybe there's a baby here. Maybe
the next one comes out on my due date, so who knows? Up in the air, 50-50.
So fun. All right. See you then. See you on Christine's due date. We'll all know for sure by then what's crack-a-lackin' in Christine's life.
We'll find out.
And
that's
why
we
drink.
Bye.